gentlemen, you're watching Yes.
It is a hot, steamy, early Monday summer evening here in New York City. Crowd filing into Yankee Stadium, where it is time for baseball. As the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Tampa Bay Rays in the first of 4 from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, and Ryan McMahon has made a great first impression.
Yeah, he's come as advertised, right? I mean, we heard a lot about him. He's got some pop in his bat. They think getting out of Colorado, maybe he will light up the Yankees offensively, and certainly has done that. A big double that got the Yankees going, and it salvaged that series. And then, of course, at third base, we knew he is Gold Glove caliber, and he's really flashed it. Not only with the leather, but the arm. Strong arm at third base. Certainly, the guy is as advertised so far.
Last 11 games, so 9 of those with the Rockies, hitting .342. He has 4 home runs, 11 ribbies, a high OPS, and his debut was just Saturday, so much more to come. Now, on the opposite side of the field, Tampa Bay's been struggling, but their third baseman, he has not been struggling. He's not the defender that McMahon is, but boy, can Junior Caminero hit.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about Junior Caminero coming up through the system. He's been one of baseball's top prospects for a while, and he broke in with a bang. And the thing about Junior Caminero is his tremendous bat speed. If you look under the hood at the metrics, he's among the league leaders in generating that bat speed. He swings it fast, swings it hard, gets some loft, and has some home run pop in that bat. He has really been good.
All right, so 100 games he's played, 26 home runs, 3rd in the American League. You see the numbers all around are very, very good for Junior Caminero. And the guy who's going to try to shut him down is the Yankee rookie right-hander, Cam Schlittler. Been good so far in his first 2 starts. What do we see in start number 3? What does he mean to the Yankees? Meredith Marakovich talks to Yankee manager Aaron Boone about Schlittler when we return right here on Yes.
Baseball in the Bronx as the Yankees welcome the Rays for the first of a 4-game series. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovich. As Michael noted, Cam Schlittler will get the ball for the 3rd time in his major league career. Last time out, he held the Blue Jays offense, which is very good, to just 2 runs over 5 innings of work. Earlier, I asked Aaron Boone what he thinks has been the biggest key to Schlittler's early success.
I think it's his fastball. The secondary stuff still work in progress, stuff he's still working on and developing and even tinkering with. He's even, altered it a little bit this year already. So it's important, and I feel like he's done a pretty good job here in his first 2 outings of having a presence with that secondary and using it a little. But, his calling card right now is his fastball and his ability to really pound the zone with it.
And you heard Aaron Boone talking about that high-octane fastball. Well, Schlittler has thrown the 9 fastest pitches of any Yankee so far this season. He's going to get the ball next, right here on Yes.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. By Untuckit. Find the perfect fit today at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. And by the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. Only at your local Hyundai dealer. It is a hot Monday evening here in the city. We're thrilled that you've tuned to Yes to see the Yankees against a Tampa Bay in the first of 4 from the Bronx. Yankees are taking the field. Cam Schlittler on the mound, and this is the lineup that he's going to face. It's brought to you by Stop and Shop. Chandler Simpson, you got to keep him off the base. He can steal bases. He's in center field leading off. Yandy Diaz at DH. Jonathan Aranda at first base, bats 3rd. Middle 3rd of the order, Junior Caminero, Josh Lowe, and Jake Mangum. And then the bottom 3rd, second baseman Tristan Gray, Keller Walls the shortstop, and Matt Thaiss is the catcher, and he is going to bat 9th with Drew Rasmussen on the mound for Tampa Bay.
And Cam Schlittler, you could see tonight, the big, tall right-hander that throws fire, has broken very nicely so far. This will be his third start on the year, and you can see there 10 strikeouts and 5 walks, rounding into form. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report and the triple-digit firepower. I mean, he opened up some eyes when he came out in that first start throwing 100 miles an hour several times. His slider is his best secondary pitch. He does mix in a curve to lefties, but we haven't seen a changeup yet, so that's kind of a work in progress, is how he's going to find a pitch to get out lefties more consistently as he progresses.
Well, let's take a look at the Yankee defense behind them, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Dominguez, Grisham, and Bellinger left to right in the outfield. In the infield, Ryan McMahon at third, Anthony Volpe at short, Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second, Paul Goldschmidt over at first. Really good defensive infield. Austin Wells behind the plate. And now let's check out the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, you got a young pitcher on the Yankee side, and then Drew Rasmussen, who's had some injuries, and his length has been a bit of an issue. So the starting pitcher length is big. The running game of the Rays, something to watch. They'll put some pressure on the Yankees, and then the offense from the Yankees without Judge. We'll see who picks it up.
Simpson's ready. Schlittler is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is a strike. We're underway, 98 miles an hour. Good way to start the day. Chris Guccione at first base. David Rackley at second. Chad Whitson at third. And Edwin Moscoso is a home plate umpire. This time dialed it up to 99. When Aaron Boone spoke with Meredith Morakovitz, he said the secondary pitches are works in progress. He said what's getting him through now is that fastball.
Yeah, and being able to attack the zone, too.
A 100 miles an hour, so he's climbing the ladder. There's yet another run.
It's been a while since we've seen a young Yankee farmhand come up in the rotation and throw the ball like this, at least in terms of velocity.
Foul back. You want to keep Simpson up the bases, 32 stolen bases. Let's check out what Moscoso is all about behind the plate. Consider hitter friendly, fewer outside strikes, fewer low strikes on lefty batters, and Edwin in his 6th big league season. Grounded to second, got him on a curveball. One away. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. It's 92, but it feels like 1,000, as you can see. Chance of rain, humidity, wind, no rain, just sweat. It is a hot night at the stadium. Here's Diaz. Tampa Bay's in a little bit of a free fall. They've lost 4 straight. They just got swept by the Reds. 6 of 7, 10 of 13. On June 28th, there were 11 games over 500. They come into today's action 53 and 53. So on June 28th, they were a half game behind the Yankees in the American League East and 5.5 clear of a wild card. Now they're 10 games behind first place Toronto, and they're 3 games out of a wild card spot. It's been quite a drop. Tipped into the glove of Wells, 2 away. Let's check out FanDuel's live same game parlay. Will Stanton hit a home run? Goldschmidt, how about a hit? Schlittler, 5 or more strikeouts. He's got 1 so far.
Just love to see him lean into that fastball, go right after hitters. He's all over the strike zone so far.
Here's Jonathan Aranda.
No messing around, Michael. Here you go. Little foul tip into the glove. Hold on. Go sit down.
and you've always told me, David, if you can get through the lineup with the fastball, that makes you better for the later innings because then you can incorporate other stuff.
Yeah, it really is. You know, when you have this kind of velocity, it's a race to get to 0-2. You don't need to move the catcher in and out so much. Just get a big part of the zone.
Got the slider in there for strike. So we've seen the fastball, the curve, and the slider. Three and one. Let's take a look at his arsenal. StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
You can see his slider is his most often used secondary pitch, and then there's a sweeper that's in there and a curveball to lefties, occasional sinker into righties.
There's a slider, 3-2 on Aranda. So he has thrown the 9 fastest pitches by a Yankee pitcher this season, all 99 plus. The 3-2. Still 3-2.
I mean, we saw Luis Gil come up last year and throw some high octane at times, but it's probably been since Jabba Chamberlain since we saw a young pitcher come up and hit triple digits regularly.
Well, throughout baseball, velocity reigns. They preach it, and obviously Schlittler is a disciple. Got the arm for it. That got a piece of Moscoso, so Wells giving him some time.
Seems to be okay. A little bit of a more of a glancing blow than a direct hit, but nonetheless, you always worry about those kind of foul balls. You can see him, Schlittler, on the extreme first base side of the rubber, starting.
Also, you can tell that his spike is beaten up. He must drag that back foot just a bit.
Yes. You know, in terms of where to start on the rubber, you really have to predicate that on where you land. One thing leads to another. If you land slightly closed, then you're better off probably on the first base side of the rubber as a righty.
And Aranda wins that at bat as he works a walk. And this should be interesting against Caminero.
See, that's where he's starting. It's where he ends up. And the drag of the back toe, yes. A little bit of a spin out on the land leg, but very much of a power delivery, but he does kind of land slightly closed, so that's what lends itself to him starting on the first base side of the rubber.
Quick bat against a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's see how this goes. 0-1. Leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. 3rd in home runs, 5th in ribbies, tied for 8th extra base hits, and 8th in slugging. He's putting together a real good year. What a live bat. Misses outside, 1-1.
Good scouting report on our umpire tonight. You got to throw it on the plate.
Schlittler thought that was a strike. Moscoso didn't. It's 2-1. Stayed in his follow-through for a while.
Yes, and he is all over the edges.
High fly ball left field. Dominguez back, track, wall, see ya. A 2-run home run for Caminero, and it's 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Well, right on cue, we talked about his bat speed and his power, and then the slider that's spinning middle in. right there. Just allows him to speed up his bat, get it out in front, get it lofted, and gone.
Here's Josh Lowe. 1-0. 27th home run. Now has 70 runs batted in.
I threw a lot of sliders right there, just like that. Those are the ones that take a seat. They pull up a chair and they sit right in the middle of the plate. And on the super shot, there's the launch angle and the bat speed. They go a long way, Michael, because they allow you to pull the ball and get it in the air. Pulled fly balls equals damage.
Rio. And a 4-pitch walk. Sometimes with kids, home run like that, kind of scared out of the strike zone right away.
Absolutely. You see Matt Blake going to come out and talk to him a little bit.
So Matt Blake talking things over with the young right-hander. First two batters, easy squeezy, but then a walk to Aranda, which was a good at bat. And then he hung a breaking ball to Caminero. You know, it's funny with the trade deadline Thursday at 6 and Tampa Bay struggling as much as it's been struggling. This series could define whether or not they sell or not. That's how big this series is.
It's so tough for general managers to gauge that. We've seen the American League East get turned upside down in a matter of 4 weeks. 3 weeks, really, with Tampa Bay was doing well, then they're struggling recently, and the Yankees were on top, and then the Blue Jays got hot. And that turned in about 3 weeks.
Here's Jake Mangum, 29-year-old rookie. Last 6 games, 3 for 22. Low with 6 stolen bases, gets chased back. One and 0. Runner goes. Pitch is high. The throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Lowe. And the Rays run 139 stolen bases. That's the most in baseball.
Good jump. That's really about the jump. 2 or 3 steps before Schlittler got rid of it, and that was the difference.
Well, he's already up to 27 pitches. So laboring here after the first 2 batters. The 2-0. 3-0. And there's ball 4. 3 walks in the inning for Schlittler. Check out the Mohegan Sun team scouting report.
We talked about the recent slide coming in their last 23 games. They're 6-17, and as Michael said, where does that put them with the trade deadline coming up in the next couple of days? And the green light, we've already seen it. Stolen bases, they have the most in major leagues now, 139, including this inning. And the reliable rotation, they're 9th in Major League Baseball in starters ERA and 4th at innings pitched. So Drew Rasmussen, the leader of that bunch, we're going to see tonight.
Here's Tristan Gray. He was acquired on Saturday from the White Sox for cash. And the Rays do have some injuries in the infield. Brandon Lau, Ha-Seong Kim. Those are big, important pieces for them. Line to right field. Bellinger reaches up to make the play to end the inning. 2 runs, 1 big hit, 3 walks, and 2 men left. Rasmussen has 2 runs to play with as he faces the Yankees in the bottom of the first. Starting lineup brought to you by Stop and Shop. Trent Grisham leads off, plays center. Jason Dominguez at left. Cody Bellinger right. There's your outfield batting 1, 2, 3. Stanton, the DH, will clean up. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second. Paul Goldschmidt will play first. Ryan McMahon will bat 7th and play third base. Austin Wells behind the plate. The shortstop Anthony Volpe will bat 9th. And we saw Cam Schlittler make his first career start against the Rays. A rough first inning.
See, Drew Rasmussen, this will be his 21st start on the year and a really good ERA. 10 home runs given up, 82 strikeouts. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report for Drew Rasmussen. A trio of fastballs, really. It's a 4-seamer, a cutter, and a sinker off of that. And that's really the bulk of his pitches. He's been tough on the Yankees, only 1 earned run in 26 innings career. And he's persevered. He's been through 3 elbow surgeries.
So Grisham will start it off. And a strike. Rasmussen turned 30 yesterday. 6th big league season. And another strike. 0-2. Five games, 4 starts against the Yankees, sporting a 0.34 ERA. Grisham has an 894 OPS against right-handed pitching, 10th best in the American League. He's down 0-2 against Rasmussen. And he goes down on strikes. Let's check out the Rays defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Chandler Simpson has such speed in center, but according to the metrics, 3rd worst major league center fielder. He's -3 outs above average. Then we go to shortstop, where Walls, 18 defensive runs saved. That's the best of any defender in baseball. Dominguez takes a strike.
I would venture to say that Chandler Simpson will get better out there because of his speed and learning how to get a little better routes, a little better jumps. He's got the potential to be good out there.
Now, there was one change in the defense for the Rays. What would you say, about an hour before the game? It was going to be Danny Jansen behind the plate. Now, he's been a Yankee killer for a long time, but he was scratched, not because of injury. He got traded to the Milwaukee Brewers. That one is looped into left field. It's a base hit for Dominguez. Played out there by Mangum. And Dominguez, making his first career start in the number 2 spot in the order, picks up a hit. And there's the trade for Yadhir Aranamo, an infielder. Always have to be careful trading with the Rays. They make good deals. Caminero being one such deal. A threat to run with 15 stolen bases. Dominguez leads off first. Bellinger with a big cut. Bellinger was 2 for 11 against the Phillies. Yankees lost 2 out of 3. They salvaged the final game yesterday. The 0-1. 1-1. Bellinger slugs at .509. That's 7th best in the American League. So he's doing damage. Yankees down 2-0.
You know, I've heard you talk about it, Mike, on having watched Bellinger for the first 4 months of the season. He's just a heck of a ball player, all-around baseball player.
center field. Simpson takes a strange route and cannot make the play. When we gave you the scouting report, just showed up there.
Yes, it's all about read. This is about as bad a read as you can get. You can see him freezing, backing up, and then starts to come in and almost saves it because of that speed. But yeah, this is a gift. Almost.
Almost.
Play that has to be made by a major league center fielder. Just got fooled on the read.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton. And a strike. I would assume, David, you don't show it, but that's got to be frustrating for a pitcher.
Yes. Cost you some pitches. Now you got to face Stanton right here.
Oh, 2. Let's see how he reacts. No way. Incredulity is the way
It's like, what happened? According to StatCast, that was a 95% catch probability.
Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. Dominguez advances to third. They do not run on Josh Lowe. 3 straight singles for the Yankees. We've seen a lot of that from Stanton going to right field. Bases loaded.
Just on the button, 112 miles an hour, and it gets to the right fielder so quickly. But Dominguez has no chance as he kind of freezes on the line drive at first. And from that point, he's going to have to hold up at third. How quickly that gets to the right fielder.
So here's Chisholm, big spot early, bottom of the first inning. Yankees down 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. So this Stanton single to right, 113 off the bat. Doesn't seem that fast on Super Shot.
He went up and really a level swing on that high fastball.
One and one on the Yankees second baseman. He was 4 for 12 against the Phillies. Two and one. Goldschmidt on deck. Over our booth. Now Dominguez has really good speed, but there's pretty good arms in the Rays outfield. So it's got to be more than a medium range fly ball to get a run in. Two. No place to put Chisholm. Two red lights in left and center and one caution in right. Having some problems with the pitch com. Bases jammed with the Yankees. And here is the payoff. Ball 4. That'll force in a run. Dominguez waiting for the sign. And now he will finally jog down the line. Touch home plate. Yankees have a run. Jazz has a ribby. and a trip to the mound. It's 2-1.
A good at bat from Jazz Chisholm there.
Life moves, and so should your connection. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum.
So in this 4-game set, you're going to see a lot of trips to the mound. Kyle Snyder's known for that. Kind of lopes out there, talks to his pitchers. Trying to settle down Rasmussen. He's in no hurry.
Yeah. Loping is a good description, yes. He's a good pitching coach. Highly respected.
Some action in the Rays bullpen in a hurry. Here's Goldschmidt. One and 0. Bellinger at third, Stanton's at second, Chisholm is at first. Chisholm with the walk picks up his 49th ribby. Fouled away. 7 games so far against Tampa Bay, and Goldschmidt has done quite well. 16 for 28, 357. Remember, he had a great April, and the Yankees saw the Rays early. Fouled straight back. Ryan McMahon on deck. Goldschmidt 7 career grand slams. 2-2.
Well, we mentioned with Rasmussen that he's had 3 elbow surgeries. 2 Tommy Johns and 1 internal brace recently, and they're going to be protective of him. That's why you see the bullpen up early. They're not going to let him throw too many pitches in the first inning.
Swing and a miss, got him. Goldschmidt down on strikes for the second out.
Well, no 2 pitches look alike with Rasmussen. It's either the 4-seamer, the sinker, or the cutter, and this is the 2-seamer. Running in off the plate on Goldschmidt, ties him up. You can see the grip right here. Some late movement running in. All of his fastballs look the same. The cutter, the 4-seamer, and the 2-seamer. That's really his bread and butter. Those 3 pitches, and no 2 pitches look alike.
So here's Ryan McMahon, 3 for 6 against the Phillies. Had a big 2-run double in the second inning yesterday. Check swing, he does not go, according to Chad Whitson. So not only did McMahon do well offensively, boy, he showed off a great glove, which is his calling card. The 1-0. 1-1. One. 2-1.
You always wonder about players in Colorado, how they react when they finally get out of there. And for McMahon, how he will react here at Yankee Stadium. And also on a team that has a winning record.
Ripped. Foul.
There's nothing like putting on the pinstripes for the first time. You know, no matter where you grew up or how long you've been with an organization as he was with the Rockies, a whole different atmosphere for him. You just light up. You feel the electricity when you walk in the clubhouse, you put that uniform on.
The 2-2. 30 years ago, that's what happened to you on this day. It wasn't the pinstripes, it was the road grays in Minnesota.
It was. What a great day that was for me. Paul Beeston, president of the Blue Jays, got together with George Steinbrenner and made a deal.
2-2 upstairs. There's the deal. They didn't want to give up Marty Jansen. You know what? Turned out to be okay. Mike Gordon and Jason Jarvis. So when people hug prospects, look at that deal. How'd it work out?
Jason Jarvis has been hitting me up on Twitter, on X. He's going to be at the game this weekend. We're going to try to hook up.
Runners go. Ball 4. That brings home Bellinger. A ribby for McMahon, and the Yankees have tied the game just like that.
See Kevin Cash calling down there. Obviously, the misplay in center field has exacerbated this inning, but the Yankees have had good at-bats, and another good one there by McMahon, laying off some tough pitches.
There's Austin Wells. Austin had an odd day at the plate yesterday. 3 walks and a sac fly. Every RBI he gets the rest of the way, it's a career high. Loop, left side. Walls makes the play, and that will do it. But the Yankees tie the score. 2 runs on 3 hits, and the bases are left loaded. Well, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Yankees gear and today's special offer. Well, the Yankees got Schlittler back his runs. It's 2-2 as we go to the second. Here's Taylor Walls. And there's a strike.
It's a big lift for a young starting pitcher that you give up a big 2-run home run in the first, and then your team gets you back 2. So you're right back to square one.
Knocked down by Schlittler. Scrambles after it. Throw to first, not in time. So Walls with a single.
It's just reaction. You reach out, it gets you off the heel of the glove, and the ricochet takes you too far. His Walls runs too well. From an easy out to a base hit.
That close. Game of inches. Here's Matt Thaiss. 1-0. Now, you took a red eye back from San Francisco. How you feeling right now?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Caffeine,
coffee?
please. Can we get a little, a little coffee over here, please? Thank you. All good.
Good. Great to have you here.
Happy to be back in the Bronx.
That goes flying. Yeah, that got us nervous too.
Yes.
Need to protect that guy at all costs.
That's why you watch the game. Get caught looking at an iPad and take one off the dome.
So it hit the screen and then bounced into the Yankee dugout.
Yeah, ricochet, right? Oh.
JC Escara. Just missed Will Warren, too. One and two.
Uncle. Yes. You don't anticipate the ricochet up the net if you're in the dugout. Once it goes over your head, you think you're okay.
Swing and a miss on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, one away. Different angle. Thrown bat and a strikeout. So here is Chandler Simpson. Foul back. Simpson made his major league debut April 19th. He's 24 years old. He might be the fastest man in baseball. He hit 3.95 home to first. That's the best in the majors this year. Did go back to the minors for a few weeks in June. But in July hitting 342, so he's bounced back nicely. High fly ball. Dominguez for out number 2.
Good strategy there when you have somebody with speed like that. Try to work them up the ladder, keep them in the air. Preferably left center here at Yankee Stadium. The last thing you want him to do is beat it on the ground and get some infield hits. So good strategy there. Pitch him up.
With the trade deadline approaching, as we've mentioned, so many teams just want Yandy Diaz. And it's a question of whether or not the Rays would want to part with him. He's such a good player.
It's hard to find offense, right? A good bat. Everybody needs one for their lineup. He's primarily a DH nowadays, although he has experience at first. I don't know if his third base days are behind him or not, but a quality hitter, yes, he checks that box.
And the Rays picked up his option for next year during spring training, $12 million. So with the amount of production he gives you, $12 million in today's world is not that much in baseball.
Really come on since June as well.
The 1-2 upstairs.
This is going to be the key for Cam and his ability to finish hitters. We've seen his fastball. We know it's good. How do you put him away? What pitches do you go to?
Foul back here. Almost bounced in the booth.
Got a couple heading this way.
He throws hard to first, too. Walls does have 13 stolen bases. 2-2 count on Diaz. Swing and a miss. Got him. 98 miles an hour. That's the third strikeout for Schlittler. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-2. Well, you got to read Men's Health because that's Luka Doncic. And I'm sorry, he's shredded. He's shredded. He got himself shredded. Member of the Los Angeles Lakers, and he's here at the stadium tonight. Took a picture with Aaron Judge. And now he's joining us in the booth where we're not shredded. Good to see you, Luca.
See you too, guys.
So what brings you here? Are you a Yankee fan?
I mean, can't say yeah, but I have a Jordan tour, so I'm here for New York first, and then we go on more cities. So I'm excited to be here and to see the stadium.
I read the story, and what a commitment to you being in shape. I mean, what drove you to do that? I mean, you've always, you're one of the top players in basketball, no matter whether you're shredded or not. But why go that route?
I just think I needed a fresh start. After everything that happened, I obviously had a little more time than last year, so I kind of left basketball for like 1 month, focus on other things. So it was a really good, fresh, and healthy start for me.
0-2 count on Volpe as we start the bottom of the second. Did he go? Yes, he did. Volpe down on strikes. Now, when you got traded from the Mavs to the Lakers, I was shocked, and I'm not you. Were you shocked?
Oh yeah, a lot.
And then you showed what the Lakers got. Such a great player. What was what was it like the couple of months that you were in LA?
I mean, it was great. I think like when I came, first couple games I didn't play just because of injury yet. But that first game, how they received me, it was really special. And that's how I felt as a Laker.
So Grisham pops up to the shortstop, Walls, and there's the resume. We all know 5-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, Rookie of the Year, 5-time All-NBA first team. February 2nd, Groundhog's Day, is the day that the deal was made. And after that deal was made, the Mavericks got a lot of criticism regarding it. And then they start to leak out stuff. Well, we don't know if he's ever going to be in shape. You should mail him a copy of the Men's Health magazine.
They probably saw it, so I don't have to worry about that.
1-0 on Dominguez. Did you ever play any baseball?
A lot.
Yeah?
On Wii console.
On what?
Wii,
On Wii?
on Wii, yeah.
Were you good?
Play a lot, yeah. On Wii I was great. Here, probably not.
That is chopped to second. And can you stay for one more half inning? That was too quick.
Of course, yeah, no problem.
Luka Doncic with us here on Yes. As we go to the third inning, there's Luka. We'll be back. It's a 2-2 game on Yes. Game. Luka got some Jordan signed by Aaron Judge, and then took a picture with Jazz Chisholm. Were you surprised at how big Judge was?
Yeah, I was amazed. Like when you see him on TV, he don't look like that.
Think he could play basketball, or is he too jacked?
He can play. I think power forward.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
Aranda will lead off here in the third. It's a 2-2 game. So Oklahoma City wins the title. They beat Indiana, and that's a team that you have to go up against in the West. So how do you dethrone them, so to speak?
Yeah, I honestly think they deserve it. They had a great players, and they really play very well that season. But I think the West is so stacked right now. You have so many teams, and you never know what to expect.
0-2 count on Aranda. Now you also got an opportunity to play with LeBron. What was that like?
It was an amazing experience. I always look up to him. The way he approaches the game, his professionalism. So when I came, he accepted me with open arms, and it was just amazing to be his teammate.
Ground ball, second base. There's Jazz. Now, who do you look at as a threat in the West other than Oklahoma City? Rockets have gotten good. I mean, the West is loaded.
Loaded. I think there's got to be like 8, 9 teams that you can say basically anybody that can really, outplay you. There's so many teams that are really good.
When you look at the whole NBA, is there a player that you like to play against because he's so good?
I mean, there's a lot. Obviously I would say Jokic. Giannis is amazing. Shai has been amazing. And then, you know, you go up against guys like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron's with me now, so I wouldn't say him, so you have so many good players.
All right, so we're here in New York. Your thoughts on the Knicks?
I like the Knicks. I like my guy JB, you know that, so, you know, I always cheer for him.
Were you surprised when Thibodeau was let go?
I mean, it's the NBA business, anything can happen, so
Right.
anything can happen.
1-1 on Caminero. Foul back here again.
I was really interested. You know, you said that you got away from basketball for a month, and I know how important that is. I played for the Yankees. I played baseball a long time, and I know that personal time away is so important, especially for a basketball player. What do you do with that month? And you just to get away and clear your mind.
Yeah, I was basically in the gym, you know, lifting and then playing other sports. At first it was very tough to leave basketball behind, but after 1 week, you know, I was okay. So I was mostly playing paddle or tennis, so those two sports.
It's more emotionally and mentally too, right?
Yeah.
And so I look at Basketball Reference, and you have a lot of nicknames. You have the Matador, Cool Hand, the Don, Wonder Boy, El Nino Maravilla, Swaggy L, Luca Legend, Too Easy, and Luca Magic. Which one do you like the best?
Oh, I don't know. I think like El Nino Maravilla was what I first got when I really started, like in Real Madrid. So maybe stick with that, or simple like Luca Magic.
I like Luca Magic. Now, Dallas is a big city. LA is obviously the center of the entertainment universe. How different was it playing in LA rather than in Dallas?
I mean, I think it's just way bigger, you know, there's a lot of, all the stuff, there's just way more. So, you know, first time I came to the U.S., I got straight to Dallas, so it was kind of new to me. But I got used to it, you know, felt like my home, so that's what I'm trying to do in LA.
It must be so weird. I mean, you know, 30 years ago today, David got traded to the Yankees. And being traded mid-season must not be easy. How difficult was that?
No, it wasn't easy, especially for me, you know. I didn't expect it. I think nobody expected it, so it was a shock. It was a shock for everybody, and for me even more.
A single for Lowe. Here's Mangum. Pitch upstairs. Now all the stars, is it weird? I mean, you look at courtside in LA, I mean, you see everybody that's famous there. Is that kind of distracting?
I mean, I'm just trying to focus on the game, honestly. But, you know, in LA, obviously, every game you have somebody that's very famous. So it's kind of exciting, honestly.
Was there anybody you looked over and said, wow, I can't believe that person's here?
I mean, there was so many, but I think for the first time, I would say, like, in Dallas when Pat Mahomes came, for me, that was very special. So that's the first one.
The 1-1. Other than basketball, what sport do you like to watch?
I would say first soccer, then tennis. You know, those two sports I watch randomly. I would say those two.
Yeah.
Mostly.
How's your paddleball game?
It's good. I can say I'm good.
Nice.
I like all sports.
1-2 count on Mangum. We're talking with Luka Doncic here, with the Yankees and the Rays tied at 2, top of the third inning. How cool is it? Obviously, all NBA players must feel like this. How cool is it to have your own shoe?
I mean, that's what a kid always dreams about.
Right.
So just, I mean, to have my own shoe, it's, when they first told me I'm going to have, it was a dream come true. Every kid dreams about it.
Now, have you met with Jordan at all?
Yeah.
What's he like?
I mean, just a normal guy. I was so nervous when I first met him, so I don't even remember what I said.
And he was cool and everything? Not
yeah,
like.
great.
And do you design your own sneaks? Are you part of the design team?
Yeah, of course. We have meetings, not all the time, but once a month. So we're all together designing the shoe.
1-2 count on Mangum. This will be the 60th pitch for Schlittler. And that'll do it. Luca, enjoy your time in New York. We thank you so much for coming up. Really, really nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
That's Luka Doncic. Yeah, shredded. There he is. Men's Health. Read it. All right, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is from Matt, who had a family out in the Yankee Stadium for yesterday's win over the Phillies. Hope you had a good time. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. I'll tell you what, remember when that trade was made and all the leaks out of Dallas, well, we never thought he'd be in shape. We didn't want to give him a max contract. He didn't take care of himself. He just said, yeah, look at this. He looks like a different guy. He's actually thin.
Yeah, no, he's in unbelievable shape. Said he played paddleball, just got away from the game for a month. Certainly diet's a big part of it, being in the weight room. Yeah, he has transformed his body.
High fly ball. Simpson puts it away.
Off seasons are so important for any athlete in any professional sport, especially when you're used to running deep into postseason play. Your off seasons become shorter.
Did you step away for a while after each off? I mean, you went to the postseason a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in the 90s, the off seasons were shorter and shorter. It can take its toll.
I mean, when you look at what Jeter and Mo did, I mean, they played one full season more than their career said, just be October games.
Yes. It's not just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Just a little bit of a break away from the game. And I think that resonated with me when he said, I left basketball behind for a month. I just got away from it all, which is really a big saying, especially in basketball. You guys play all year round a lot of times.
3-0.
Ultimate respect from Rasmussen for Stanton there on a 3-0 pitch. He cuts one. Little wrinkle in there.
Now 3-2. Foul back.
It's really the nuance of Rasmussen that makes him so effective. The subtle movement that he gets on his pitches and how they all look alike. The tunneling effect. They all come in on the same plane and move different directions, but very subtle, nuanced movement.
Foul back.
Four-seamer up to 97 miles an hour tonight so far. A little cutter off of that in the upper 80s, low 90s, and then the sinker as well, the two-seamer in the mid-90s. And they all look alike.
Popped up, way up there. Aranda makes the catch. So look what he's done when he's healthy. Since 2021, 2.77 ERA. That leads the American League. OPS against 591. It's all a matter of health with him.
Yeah, he's really persevered. Going back to his college days at Oregon State. Threw a perfect game there his freshman year. When you think about elbows and Tommy John surgery, he's had 3 procedures. 3. 2 Tommy Johns and 1 internal brace procedure.
Which is essentially a Tommy John.
Yes, he's sort of a modified Tommy John, and here he is still throwing the ball 97 miles an hour tonight.
So they've had some odd usage with him because of that. He's on a 150 inning limit. So the Rays ramped him down before the All-Star break from 92 pitches to 62, then 54 and 32, then back up to 53 and 75 last time out. I think a lot of time in baseball, I think people are guessing. I mean, you try your best to protect pitches, and they still get hurt.
We don't know. We just don't know. Pitch counts don't really work. Innings limits don't really work. I think the medical testing they do nowadays is probably the best gauge. In between starts, they can test your strength and see where you are. If you're fatigued, Garrett Cole talked a lot about that, and we'll continue to talk about it in his rehab. Kind of know where you are based on the strength tests that you do in the trainer's room nowadays. So the medical data much better in terms of measurements, and they can kind of tell where you are, and they can red flag you if you show some fatigue or some weakness.
Strike 3. Chisholm down looking. He did not like that call. We played 3 at the stadium. It's 2-2 on yes. Electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your Tri-State Audi dealer today.
His fastball is fast. Up to 99 miles an hour. A couple of hundreds as well. He's an old school power pitcher that pitches off of his fastball.
Tri-State Cadillac scoreboard 2-2. Top of the 4th inning. All the runs scored in the 1st inning. And a strike to Tristan Gray. Rays had some chances to do some damage in that 1st inning after the Caminero home run. And Gray hit a bullet, but was caught by Bellinger to end the inning in the 1st. One and two.
You look at the Yankee pitching development program. What a feather in the cap that Cam provides them. 7th round pick, 220th in the nation. Back in 2022, and the Yankees developed him, coached him up, and here he is.
You know how batters are, David. I wonder if somebody's going to say something about the lace that's hanging off of his glove. It's about one of the longest laces I've ever seen. You'll see when he's about to deliver the ball, that could be looked at as a distraction.
That is as long as I've seen. I think the key is if he's going to it a lot, and then you get a little suspicious.
Chop. Chisholm couldn't get it out of his glove, allowing Gray to reach. Kind of reached in twice.
Just couldn't get the handle. Got it right there, the transfer. Just glove stayed closed. That was all the difference. Kind of got ahead of himself a little bit.
And it scored a hit.
That's generous.
And the Simpson misplay was also scored a hit.
Yes.
It was a base hit to center field by Taylor Walls. That moves Gray to second, so Walls is now 2 for 2.
One thing leads to another, and you get leading off the inning. Play doesn't get made. First pitch slider gets banged right back up the middle. Now you got first and second, nobody out.
So here's Matt Thaiss. Again, right before the game, the Rays traded their starter, Danny Jansen, to Milwaukee. Thaiss shows bunt, takes outside.
Certainly Something the Yankees need to prepare for here is a potential bunt, even though he pulled it back.
And it's funny, Joe Girardi was talking about bunting over the weekend against Philadelphia, and he said, you know, everybody says, well, having a bunt, have the bunt. He goes, it's really hard to bunt. He said, especially against pitching now. He said it's hard to bunt a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It just is. So you might say, well, this is a perfect time to bunt. Well, some people don't know how to bunt. And they took the bunt off, and he swings through it. He said there's some guys that might be light hitters up in the big leagues. He said, but they've always been great hitters down in the minors, and they're not asked to bunt.
That's the right question. Can you bunt?
Still 1-2.
Kind of an opportunity for Theis here with Danny Jansen getting traded before the game, originally in the lineup. Now he's the guy that's probably going to get the bulk of catching for the Rays moving forward, or at least get that opportunity initially.
Swing and a miss. Theis down on strikes. Big strikeout for Schlittler.
Should have bunted.
Yes.
See the spin of Cam Schlittler's four-seamer. Very good backspin on it and carry right through the zone. See how it kind of stays up and he swings under it? That's what you'd love to see with good four-seam fastballs. He's got some life on it through the zone. It's not only velocity, he's got some good spin and life.
Let's see if they can turn two. There's one, and they do on the speedy Chandler Simpson. Hit it to a perfect spot. And that'll do it as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. We go to the bottom of the fourth, knotted at 2 on the Tri-State Cadillac scoreboard. Paul Goldschmidt will lead it off against Drew Rasmussen. One clips the outside corner for a strike. Well, the Rays certainly believe that this third surgery took, because in January they signed Rasmussen to a 2-year, $8.5 million extension. There's an $8 million team option for 2027, but it could go up to $20 million based on innings and if he avoids the IL. So he gets a boost for this season in exchange for giving up his first would-be free agency season. And since they put in all this work rehabbing him, they felt, let us get it.
Well, his style of pitching is very sustainable. He knows what he's doing out there. As we said, his sequencing of pitches, the quality of those pitches are all good. The command keeps the ball on the ground, can get you to miss bats.
Soft ground ball. Walls. One down. Speaking of injured pitchers, tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Shane McClanahan has not pitched since August 2nd of 2023. Tommy John surgery. Now he was shut down during a bullpen session last week with biceps soreness, and he was originally scheduled to start opening day, but he suffered nerve issues in the triceps. He's so important to them, and
Yes.
tough blow.
One of the great young left-handed pitchers when he broke in. Tremendous potential. It's just a tragedy that he just can't quite get it going.
Guys, you're talking about pitchers and injuries. A familiar face walked into the Yankees clubhouse today. Clark Schmidt was there for the first time here in the Bronx since undergoing Tommy John surgery. And he did offer some good news. He didn't need a full elbow reconstruction, so it wasn't the traditional Tommy John. It was the internal brace. He described it as his ligament was coming off the bone, so they simply just reattached it. They didn't need to pull another ligament and do it that way. So with that in mind, Michael, I know you're wondering, what does this mean? That means less time that he is going to be out. He's thinking about 11 to 12 months. In his mind, he said he is going to be a factor for this team next season.
And that's good news for them.
That's absolutely good news, and that is really the key. I mean, everybody's talking about the Tommy John epidemic, pitchers chasing velocity, spin rates, and everything. Really, to me, the only answer is to fix it quicker, to come up with better procedures to fix it, because it's going to keep happening, and that internal brace procedure really is promising in my mind. You can cut the healing time down by 6 months or so. Dr. Ahmad has been a big proponent of that and has talked about it and really done a lot of work in that area of making strides and making the surgery less invasive, or making it sort of the healing process much quicker. And to me, that's one of the keys to the whole thing.
And they say he went around, so McMahon strikes out.
Rasmussen really settling into a groove, as you see. That's right to the borderline. Even I would say
that was
iffy on that.
A little shaky. 10 in a row, 9 in a row retired by Rasmussen following the McMahon bases loaded walk. There's a strike to Austin Wells. That streak of 9 in a row started with Wells' pop up to short, which left the bases loaded in the first. Yankees look up the scoreboard, bottom of the 5th inning. Baltimore leads Toronto 9-4. So an opportunity maybe to shave a game off the lead, which is now 5.5. They did take a game off yesterday, with Toronto losing the final game of the series against Detroit.
Toronto seems to be a different team at home. They are really tough, as the Yankees found out over the last 2 series up there.
Soft ground ball. Gray gets Wells. 10 in a row retired by the 30-year-old righty. We go to the 5th inning. It's 2-2. Yankee brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 271 average, 1,803 hits, 160 homers, 233 stolen bases. Played with the Yankees from 1965 to 1979. Yeah, you got it too. 2-2 game as we start the 5th inning. Diaz has struck out twice against the Yankee right-hander. 0-1. Diaz, Aranda, and Caminero against Schlittler. So what a difference a month makes. In late June, we told you, Tampa Bay was playing really good baseball, and all the computer simulations had them at better than 80% of making the playoffs. Now those simulations have it around 20%. That's how quickly things could change. One cold streak, and that's what they're on. They have not played good baseball at all. And a lot of it is because the bullpen has been leaking.
Yes. That's the story of today's game, right? The bullpens are so important and so volatile because they do get used much more than they used to. You see the Rays in their last 23 games. Tells a story right there.
6-17, not scoring, and the leads they have, the bullpen giving away. So 6-17, that's the worst in baseball over that stretch. And to make matters worse, this is day 4 of a stretch that they play 19 of 22 games on the road. And the reason for that is because of the destruction of the roof of Tropicana Field. They're playing their games at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. There's no dome, and the heat in August is really, really tough to play in, and also the rain delay. So they loaded the front of the schedule with home games, and then the second half of the schedule, a lot of road games. Right now, they're 10 back of the Blue Jays.
Well, the Rays do have new ownership lined up. The sale of the franchise.
And the word is that ownership wants to build the stadium on the Tampa side of the bay. Now, they are supposed to be playing back at Tropicana Field next year. They still have a lease there, and the city has to repair the roof, and they're hoping that it gets done by opening day. And you have to deal again with hurricane season.
Remember when Tropicana Field was first built, the rumor was the San Francisco Giants were going to move there. Build the stadium first, and the White Sox as well. It was used as leverage. Kind of sat there. Yeah, I see Hedrick now warming up. It kind of sat there for a while until the expansion race came in and moved in.
Line drive over the leaping try of McMahon into left field. The base hit for Aranda. So first and second, nobody out here in the fifth inning.
Can see the four-seam grip. Just excellent batting, going out, plate coverage, hits it where it's pitched. First and second again now with nobody out to start an inning. You know, Aranda's had a good year. He's a good hitter. Kind of under the radar. Talk about Junior Camanero's a breakout star in the making. Yandy Diaz, been around a while, great hitter, but Aranda's a good player.
Let's check out the Optimum Don't Take Slow for an answer replay.
All the way back to the first inning, sliders up and out over the plate and up and out over the wall. And that's the scoring so far.
And that's who he has to deal with now. Junior Caminero. He's an unbelievable double play candidate, though. He's amongst the home run leaders, but he is the leader, grounding into 26 double plays. That's the most in baseball. Number 2 is Pete Alonso, and he's at 16. And the record, Major League Baseball record for double plays grounded into, 1984, Jim Rice hit into 36, and Caminero is on pace for 40. And Schlittler can use that right here.
It's usually the big guys who hit the hard ground balls right at him. That's what Rice did. Caminero as well.
Line drive left field. Dominguez makes the catch. Caminero hit it hard, but right at the left fielder.
Right, first and second, nobody out. You get a bullet to left field to get your first out. You take that one and run. I feel fortunate.
Here's Josh Lowe.
Boone showing a lot of confidence in Schlittler right here with the lefty up and the lefty warmed up. One
thing about him, David, he holds velocity. So he's at 84 pitches, throwing just as hard as he was in the first inning. The 0-1. 0-2.
Yeah, his fastball's not just velocity, it's got a little life to it. We see a lot of those kind of swings. Even though they're sitting on fastball, they're late. So that's a great sign. for Cam moving forward. He retains his velocity and the life on his pitches.
The 0-2. Line drive. It's a base hit to center field. Diaz rounds third. He'll score. Moving to third, Aranda. It's an RBI single for Lowe. And the Rays have retaken the lead 3-2.
And that's going to be it for Cam Schlittler for the night. You can see this four-seam fastball stays out over the plate. Looks like he's trying to get it in. It kind of leaks out and is completely reversed by Lowe.
Well, they go to the bullpen. The lefty Brent Hedrick is coming in to face Mangum. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Northwell, proudly raising help for our military service members, veterans, and their families. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Kevin Cash was on that 2009 championship team. Didn't play much, wasn't there long, but he did wear a Yankee uniform. Hedrick gets a swing and a miss. Got called up from AAA yesterday. Been on the Scranton shuttle. Yankees back for the double play. 0-2 on Mangum.
Yeah, three-pitch pitcher, a four-seamer. He throws about 68% of the time. A slider and a splitter for Hedrick. And Cam Schlittler's night is done. 2 in the first on that home run. Settled in pretty nicely. A little disappointed here in the 5th, giving up that RBI single and losing the lead. But once again, shows promise with his fastball. Looking for a little help from his friend here. You know, Hedrick, one of those lefties, you see his fastball at 95, but he gets great extension, almost 7 feet of extension. By the time he releases the ball, that helps that fastball play up a little bit. It seems a little quicker because he releases it a little closer to home plate.
Big strikeout. Mangum down swinging, 2 away. That's the 6th Yankee strikeout. It's brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Be right on by at 96 miles an hour, and you can see how tall he is and how far he reaches out there. And it's 96 plays higher. Big strikeout there. First and third, 1 out. Now you got 2 outs, and you're 1 out from getting out of it.
And they're going to go to their bench, and they will bring up Jose Caballero, who's been in the throes of a really rough slump. And he pinch hits for Tristan Gray. One 1-0 on Caballero. Gray was 1 for 2 against Schlittler. One and 2.
See behind home plate there, Michael? There's a Yankee cowboy hat night coming up here in the Bronx on the 30th. Cowboy hat night.
You gonna put it on with me?
I will.
All right. That's a pretty nice lid. Swing and a miss. Hedrick comes on and does the job. Strikes out 2, leaves 2 on. We're halfway through. Tampa Bay 3, Yankees 2. Well, David just talked about it. Come out to Yankee Stadium this Wednesday, July 30th, and the Yankees take on the Rays in an important divisional matchup. It's Yankees Cowboy Hat Night. First 18,000 guests 21 and over. Receive a Yankees Cowboy hat courtesy of Budweiser. Tickets going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. 3-2, Tampa Bay leads as Volpe takes a strike. So Caballero takes over at second.
10-gallon hat? Is that what that Cowboy hats?
So what are you saying? I need 15?
How many gallons?
Now you noticed the cowboy hat thing, and I noticed Lorne Michaels there.
Big Yankee fan. Yes, he shows up a lot. I saw him in London at Wimbledon.
I saw that picture. That's pretty nice humble brag. I like that. That was your first trip to Wimbledon, right?
It was great.
That's on my bucket list. Is it worth it?
Yes, it is worth it.
With Lorne.
He's a big sports fan. Big tennis fan as well.
And Michael Che. I would love to trade places with Michael Che. Put Michael K there in that seat just for one game.
Just talk to Lorne?
Just to talk to Lorne Michaels. I just read the book about him by Susan Morrison. What a life this guy's had.
Yes.
Three and 2.
They say Lorne Michaels and David Wells kind of forged a pretty good friendship because Lorne saw a lot of Belushi or Chris Farley into David Wells. And kind of see that personality.
Hit shortly. Oh, what a play by Walls. He took a base hit away from Volpe. Walls is an extraordinary defender at shortstop. 18 defensive runs saved.
Yeah, you put a star on this one because it's 106 miles an hour off of Volpe's bat. So the reaction time was next to nothing. And you got to dive and get to that and then get up and complete the throw. So, yeah, that's as good as it looks.
Here's Trent Grisham. Breaking ball inside, 1-0. Grisham's 0 for 2, a strikeout to pop to short. 3-7-0 for the Rays, 2-3-0 for the Yankees. Rasmussen has certainly settled down. High fly ball. Simpson puts it away. In a row retired.
It's a pretty good swing there from Grisham, just a little under it.
Dominguez with another hit. So he's 2 for 3. Check out the Allstate Good Hands, and we had it on Jason Dominguez and BP. That's pretty good. He liked it. High drive, right field, but there is low, and he'll put it away for the final out. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Rays. Relievers, Emmanuel Clase, you shake your head at this. Placed on paid leave. Gambling investigation. David Bednar has been great the last 23 games. Ryan Helsley of the Cardinals done a good job this season. And Johan Duran, 16 of 18 saves for the Twins. Who's available? Who's moving? 0-2. You know, with the proliferation of sports advertising, and the leagues obviously have relationships with all the gambling sites, The thing that comes with that one's popped up by Wells, and he's retired, is that it's monitored so closely. If there's any kind of deviation in betting patterns, they'll know. They'll see it right away, and that's why they're investigating Class A.
Class A was rumored, too, to be potentially moved.
Yep.
Coming up in about 3 days on the trade deadline, and that obviously is not going to happen now. A top flight closer under a team-friendly contract. Not so friendly anymore.
High fly ball, right field. Bellinger on the run, on the track. And the ball came back on him, and he makes the catch. Sigh of relief there.
I don't know if there's anybody more talented than Bellinger who can play multiple positions as well as he does, and come on the infield as well. But all three outfield positions we've seen him play. He's a rare commodity.
There's a strike to Chandler Simpson, who's 0 for 3. Oh, and 2 on the center fielder. One and 2. So Hedrick has faced 4 batters, retired them all, a couple of strikeouts.
Looks like what the Yankees have done with Hedrick as well is get his arm back on top. He's really throwing over the top more. Fastball has good carry, good life.
Check out the Yankees bullpen budget, brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. And I would say Loaisiga not available. Everybody else looks like they'd be in play for today. They used 4 relievers yesterday, and they were top flight. They threw up zeros, which has not been the case for most of the last month. Swing and a miss. Simpson down on strikes. 1-2-3 inning for Hedrick. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And then we had it on Drew Rasmussen.
Well, Drew can really pitch. You can see the movement on his pitches. Subtle but late moving. After the first inning, struggled a little bit, has really settled in. Got through 5 innings, and that's going to be it.
And they go to Edwin Uceda. First out of the pen. They're very, as we said earlier, they're very, very aware of pitch count with Rasmussen. He's been through too much, and he's too valuable to them. 0-2. Stanton was 1 for 2 against Rasmussen. Breaking ball froze Stanton as he's down looking. Beautiful pitch from Uceda. Uceda has a 30.8% strikeout rate, but he also does give up home runs. He gives up 1.77 home runs per 9 innings, 5th highest among American League relievers with 30 or more innings. He has had 4 straight scoreless games. 0-1. Changeup is his money pitch.
I see some deception built into that delivery as well. Kind of turns his back to the hitter and a very low arm slot coming out.
One and 2. Chisholm had an RBI walk in the first inning, his 49th ribby, and then struck out looking in the 3rd. Rasmussen left the game after 81 pitches. 2-2.
Probably the biggest change that Ursett has made over the years is the lower release point. Dropped his arm angle way down, almost sidearm.
And there's that change, and Chisholm down on strikes.
That will promote more movement on all your pitches, especially the changeup. You see the fading. Look at that release point, way down. 14-degree arm angle and the movement down and away on that changeup. 0 degrees on the arm angle would be directly sidearm. He's just slightly above that at 14 degrees on the release point.
So here's Goldschmidt. Fouls it away. Goldschmidt was 0 for 2 against Rasmussen. High pop-up. Walls will make the play, and the Yankees go down in order against Uceda, who go to the 7th. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Ford stores. Ford is proud to be the official SUV of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. In Hamilton, next out of the bullpen for the Yankees. Ford scoreboard shows Tampa Bay leading 3-2. Home run's been a problem for Hamilton. 3 home runs allowed in his last 9 appearances. So it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Rays order. Pitch inside. So Hedrick pitched well. 5 up, 5 down. And with the righties coming up, they turn to Hamilton.
Now, Hedrick looked good. Came in, got out of a jam.
Now we talk about the trade deadline coming up on Thursday at 6 p.m. So the Yankees will have finished their game against the Rays. They have an afternoon game on Thursday. And one of the top names that's being bandied about, so many teams looking for third base, and one of the reasons the Yankees struck on that deal quickly with McMahon is Eugenio Suarez, who's having a great season for the Diamondbacks. Well, the Tigers beat the Diamondbacks 5-1 tonight, but Suarez left the game after being hit on the hand with a pitch. So there you go. Hopefully he's okay, but that could scuttle a lot of plans.
Such a big difference too when you're trading for a player as essentially a rental. That you know is a free agent at the end of the year, so you're betting on immediate returns.
And that's also the problem with, okay, the Diamondbacks holding on, see if they're going to make a run at a wild card, wondering whether they're going to trade him. But then something like this could happen, and all of a sudden you've turned an unbelievable asset into a 0 asset if he's hurt. It's a lot of game of chicken on both sides. Aranda rips one to right field. It's a base hit. It's going to go to the wall. Diaz will go to third. They'll hold him there. For Aranda, it's a double, and the Rays are set up. Second and third, nobody out.
Aranda continues with his solid year. He's just a good hitter. Very aggressive. Under the radar, quietly having a very solid offensive year for the Rays. Maybe not in Tampa, but certainly around the major leagues. You might not have heard of him. And he could swing it. Diaz is off and running. Second, third, nobody out.
Yankees bring the infield halfway with Caminero at the plate. And there's a strike. Oh, and 2. Right back to Hamilton. He comes home. The tag is made on Diaz. Aranda moves to third. Caminero reaches on the fielder's choice.
Kind of surprised by the read with nobody out. Diaz going right away. Didn't even wait to see if it got by Hamilton. So with zero, nobody out. A little bit curious there. Now Hamilton, a ground ball from getting out of this. Potential double play.
You don't see the contact with no out usually.
That was curious. I'm not sure if it was a misread on him. It looked like he was going right away. Double barrel action with Weaver and Brubaker now.
An announced crowd of 37,308 on a steamy Monday night here in the Bronx.
See this right here with nobody out. You usually wait to make sure this gets by Hamilton. I'm not sure if Diaz was going on the contact play or he just didn't read it well, but he's a dead duck right there. So the read, he's going right away.
Odd.
And with nobody out, yeah, I'd rather have one out, second and third than the position they're in right here. See Aaron Boone going to make a move.
We've got Lowe coming up. Takes the ball from Hamilton and will go to the bullpen. Name that Yankee. Here are the clues, and he only played for the Yankees, and really, what a gentleman. Loved talking with him. That's Roy White. He was there when things weren't that great, and he was there when they won the 2 championships in 77 and 78. He won number 6. And he could hit. Clutch hitter. Could go get it in left field. Had great speed. How about that? Steals home. Big hits and big games. So when you got to the Yankees in 65, you didn't think things were going to turn as badly as they did. And they did. But Roy persevered and was there for the championships. 2-time All-Star, one of 14 players who played 15 or more seasons with the Yankees.
A really good book out recently. I've popped it a couple times, but it's worth repeating. Roy White, From Compton to the Bronx. Really well done book. His story. Quite a story for Roy White.
And really what a terrific guy. Weaver comes on. The 0-1 now on Lowe. First and third, one out. Fouled the changeup back, 0-2. Aranda at third. Caminero with 5 stolen bases. He's at first. Drilled deep to right field. It is a foul ball. Fouled the other way, and the count 0-2. Lowe 2 for 2 with a walk, stolen base, and RBI, couple of singles. Good night for him.
Well, when Weaver's going right, this is when he really gets in attack mode. He gets in a count leverage spot. He can go up the ladder or change up down and get a swing and a miss.
Spoiled the changeup.
Some of it is conviction and confidence. No matter how much success you've had, it can be fleeting. Oh, Weaver looking for a big pitch here.
Fouled the fastball away.
Your body language tells a story, right? When Weaver's going good, since you could sense it on the mound, his presence and body language.
Swing and a miss. Got him on the change. Big out. 2 down.
It's a good one here. Good finish to it. You can see where it starts out is down the middle, and the fade happens late. It has to look like a strike for it to be effective, and that one did. It looked like it was right at the knees and then dives down and away.
So here's Mangum. Couple of strikeouts and a walk. And he's a bat-to-ball guy. Doesn't have much power, but definitely puts the ball in play. And he struck out twice and walked. Top of the 7th inning. 1st and 3rd now, 2 outs. 1-1. You can see that Weaver's come up with a way to delay the clock. He walks, turns his back to the catcher, and he's on the backside of the mound looking out towards center and doesn't have the ball, so they can't start the clock yet.
Yeah, and there are some umpires who are cracking down on those sorts of things. Weaver's not the only one to do that.
And the count 1-2 as he swings over the change.
And he's got his good changeup tonight so far.
Now Mangum calls time. Aranda at 3rd, Caminero at 1st. And the pitch. Ground ball, McMahon. And Weaver does the job. The Rays had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, and they do not score. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Tampa Bay 3 and the Yankees 2. But we're going to stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, you rise and remove your caps, and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Captain Bruce Lindsay from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, who served in Vietnam. The Yankees say thank you, Bruce, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies.
Thank you, guys. 3-8-0, leading 2-4-0. Rasmussen won 5. Schlittler 1 out into the 5th. Caminero, 2-run home run off Schlittler in the 1st inning. Jason Dominguez has 2 singles and scored one of the 2 Yankee runs. So Uceda still out there. Lead the bottom third of the order. Forward scoreboard, Tampa Bay leads 3-2. McMahon starts it off. Pitch outside. McMahon, an RBI walk with the bases loaded in the 1st and struck out in the 4th against Rasmussen. Squibb, third base. Caminero gets McMahon 1 away. Garrett Clevenger is warming in the bullpen. Clevenger sat down now. It's the hard-throwing Mason Montgomery. Skied the other way and out of play. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning.
We've got to give credit to the Yankees bullpen so far tonight. They've really come up big, just out of a couple of jams over the last couple of innings in relief of Cam Schlittler. Kept this a 1-run game right here. Now 8 outs to go.
Now it's going to be interesting to see how the Yankees generate offense without Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is so much a part of what they do offensively. And for at least 10 days, he's out. He's on the IL. Who will pick up the slack? And when they say next man up, David, there is no next man up when it comes to Aaron Judge. There is no Aaron Judge, so it's got to be a community effort. One and 2 on Wells, who's 0 for 2. Another foul ball. Support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at t2t.org. Check swing. 2-2. Wells with 15 homers and 56 runs batted in. And he strikes out on that change. Uceda with 3 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3.
See that almost sidearm delivery and the circle change grip.
Volpe fouls it away. Anthony batting 9th for the 2nd time this year. Struck out and grounded to short.
Yeah, Walls robbed him the last at-bat. Smoked one up the middle, and Walls dove and snagged it and threw him out.
One and 1 on Volpe. One and 2. Strike 3 on the fastball. Volpe down looking. 2 perfect innings for Uceda. We go to the 8th. It's 3-2 Tampa Bay. Yes, Yankees ace Max Fried takes them out as the Yankees and the Rays play game 2 here at the stadium. Coverage starts at 6 with Audi batting practice in the pregame, with first pitch scheduled for 7:05 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Weaver remains in. Hyundai scoreboard 3-2 Tampa Bay. And Caballero pops it up foul. Was Freed, almost got hit by a bat earlier in the game, but he's fine. Now we were telling you about the Suarez hit by pitch, and according to Cody Stavenhagen of The Athletic, Arizona manager Torey Lovello said that Suarez getting x-rays, his hand and finger was tender to the touch. Right now the Diamondbacks are calling him day to day. And every team that wants a third baseman that thought that they could match up with the Diamondbacks, they're all holding their breath now.
Yeah, if it's a fracture or a broken finger, 6 weeks minimum. Maybe longer. The Yankees made sort of a under-the-radar trade. Carlos Carrasco got traded to the Atlanta Braves. You know, it's just a great guy. I'm happy to see him get another chance. You know, sticking it out. At 37 years old, stuck it out in AAA, put up good numbers down there in AAA, waiting for another chance. He gets that with the Braves. So happy to see that for Cookie Carrasco. The gentleman of the game. A great story.
Ground ball, knocked down by Volpe, but it's going to be a hit for Caballero. Kind of harsh boos there. That was not an easy play by any stretch.
Some kind of gearing up, going down to one knee. Off the web.
And here he's single.
Trying to plant, I guess, and come up and throw. He's got a little ahead of himself.
How about this catch by this fan? Backhanded bare hand. Friend is pumped up for him and has the bomb pop too, so it's a good night.
See, the Boone doesn't want to waste Weaver here. In this inning, you're down 1 run already. Leadoff guy gets on. Boone thinks the better of it. Weaver with 16 pitches. Maybe he can get him out and save him for tomorrow night.
So he's going to go to everyday Tim Hill. Taylor Wall's coming up. Upcoming schedule brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. 3 more games against Tampa Bay. Tomorrow night on Yes, Wednesday night on Prime, then Thursday afternoon on Yes. Then the Yankees hit the road, 6-game road trip, 3 against the Marlins. And the Marlins are better than you think. 3 against the Marlins in Miami, and then 3 against Texas. And that will be in Arlington. Thursday is a travel day. The Yankees come back home and face the Astros with Saturday, Old Timers Day, August 9th. And our coverage on Yes will begin at 11:30 a.m. Tim Hill came in yesterday, retired all 3 batters that he faced. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 11-4. So the Yankees can gain a game on first place Toronto. Would be for the 2nd straight day.
It's the beauty of Tim Hill. He can get ready in a hurry. As Aaron Boone changed lanes pretty quickly there. Kind of ran Luke Weaver out there. Tim Hill gets squeezed on the first pitch, upper zone. He ran Luke Weaver out there, and then leadoff guy gets on. You get Tim Hill up in a hurry and make the change.
Left center, long run for Dominguez, and he makes the play. Caballero was all the way past second, retraces his steps, and gets back to first.
That's why you need speed in left field here at Yankee Stadium. Running right into the heart of Death Valley, just like Roy White used to do it playing left field. We'll run it down, and Dominguez, we know about his speed. Go get it.
Dice fouls it off. Good job by Grisham. It's quite the compliment.
According to StatCast, that was a 50% catch probability. So yes, the legs mattered. He went and got it.
Big cut and a foul ball, 1-2. Base hit, right field. Caballero advances to second. So a single for Theis. First and second, 1 man out.
Coming at you from down low. Theis cuts him off, finds the hole.
Well, awful news. We just found out that Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg has passed away at the age of 65. A long battle with cancer. For a while it had gone into remission and resurfaced, and it's just terrible news at all too young age of 60.
Yes, just awful. Hall of Famer. Faced him many times with the Cubs. He was a great player, great hitter.
Johnny DeLuca pinch hits for Simpson, and that's going to be base hit. A chopper in no man's land. '16 big league seasons, Phillies and the Cubs. Won the MVP in '84, 10-time All-Star, 9 Gold Gloves. In 1990, he had 40 home runs. Made the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2005.
Yep, I was 1 or 2 of those 40 in 1990. He's a really good hitter, good defender, good base runner. Here's Aaron Boone again.
So with Diaz coming up, hasn't signaled yet. Going to stay with him.
See Aaron Boone, the wheels are spinning, trying to figure it out. Using your high leverage guys here, you're down a run. How far do we push him? Pulled the plug on Weaver. Now you got Hill out there with 1 out. Infield in the middle playing back. A little bit surprised. They're not going to come up and maybe cut the run down at home. Only person in is Goldschmidt on first. The rest are all back and deep. Down 1 run here.
Banking on the double play, but as David's mentioning, it's a gamble. 2-0. Bob Nightingale of USA Today reporting that X-rays are negative on Suarez. So back on the trading block. 2-1.
A lot of times you'll see defense play halfway here with bases loaded, so not hit so hard you have the option to cut them down at home.
I saw that stat, 51st game for Hill. That leads the American League. The Yankees have used him a lot, and you know what? He's pitched very well. All situations.
You know what you're going to get with him. A lot of strikes and a lot of ground balls.
Just missed. Hill wanted that call. Now Hill's a ground ball guy, and Diaz has grounded into 10 double plays.
It's been a tight zone all night long, and that ball's clearly off.
Fly ball left field. Dominguez makes the catch. Tagging is Caballero. The throw, not nearly in time. A sac fly for Diaz, and a 4-2 Rays lead.
That's what Diaz does. He gives you a professional at bat, gets the job done. Gets the run home. Tim Hill, as we mentioned, a ground ball guy. He's able to elevate him and get it deep enough. Pick up an RBI. Extend the lead 4-2 down.
Aranda fouls it off. Knocked down by Hill. And he gets the out at first, and that'll do it. But the Rays get an insurance run. They score 1, they lead 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Amazon One Medical. Healthcare just got less painful. By your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it will be Garrett Clevenger to face the top of the order. 2 lefties and a switch hitter who's much better from the left side.
Yeah, big time strikeout numbers and only 12 walks as well.
Foul back.
Well, I certainly didn't have meeting Luka Doncic on my bingo card tonight, so I got a chance to do that. And he got a chance to see Yankee Stadium, so a couple of bucket list items.
Kind of fun talking with him. A lot thinner than I thought he'd be. 0-2 on Grisham. 11 hits for the Rays, 4 for the Yanks. 1-2.
Feels like the Yankees haven't had a hit in a while. All the way back to the first, maybe? Second?
A 2-out single by Dominguez in the 5th. That's the only base runner since the walk in the first inning. The only base runner. Grounded to first. 1 down. And we're going to see Ahmed Rosario for the first time as he pinch hits for Dominguez. I'm not sure the crowd knows that this is his debut because of a very tepid reaction. But he's not tepid against left-handed pitching, hitting .299 this year with an .816 OPS. One and one.
Interesting that it's here that Aaron Boone decides to use him. Break, kind of get him out there first at bat, hitting for Dominguez rather than McMahon. But here's the opportunity against a lefty right here.
1-2. So Dominguez with 2 of the Yankee 4 hits gets pinch hit 4. .230 against righties, .299 against lefties. Line drive, it's a base hit. Those numbers go up. A pinch hit single for Rosario makes a big turn. And he'll head back to first.
Slider breaks into the right-handed batter. There's the platoon advantage. Instead of breaking away from a lefty, it's breaking into a righty. Lefty on righty. Rosario beats him to the spot.
The guy that he pinch hit for is just as happy as if he got a hit. Bellinger takes the strike. Now the answer to David's question, maybe he figures that by the time McMahon comes up, you're going to see Pete Fairbanks.
Yes.
So this was his one opportunity to definitely get him at bat against the lefty. Fairbanks warming right now. The 0-2. Popped up. Theis giving it a look. And he can't make the play. It pops out of his glove as he hits the fence.
Well, catcher's mitts are made to catch fastballs, not so much pop-ups. You can see that one just pops right out.
Chop. Going to be a tough play. But it's a nice play by Clevenger as he gets Bellinger as Rosario moves to second.
A nice little backhanded shuffle toss. Well done. Interesting to hear to see what they do with Stanton up and Chisholm on deck. We're going to talk about it a little bit. I would not give in to this guy. Down 2 runs, 1 swing of the bat can tie it up.
And it looks like they're going to ask Fairbanks to get 4 outs. So Cash has signaled for the right-hander. And it'll be Fairbanks against Stanton. Stanton comes up as a tying run with 2 outs and a runner on second. So Fairbanks makes his way in. We'll duck out for just a moment. You come on back. It's 4-2 Tampa Bay. On yes, Max Fried takes them out as the Yankees and the Rays play game 2 here at the stadium. Coverage starts at 6 with Audi batting practice at the pregame, with first pitch scheduled for 7:05 on yes and the Gotham Sports app. So Pete Fairbanks has not pitched well of late. 12 appearances, last 12, a 5.25 ERA. You see his numbers for the season. Opponents at 196 against him. And he's going to face Giancarlo Stanton.
Pretty much fastball, slider, occasional changeup. His slider is probably his best pitch. It's a real downer. An excellent depth to that slider. Really drops.
Two. Fairbanks is pitching on 5 days rest. Why? Because the Rays are losers of 4 straight. One and 2. Fairbanks 31 years old, 7th big league season. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. 98 miles an hour upstairs, and he got it right by Stanton for the final out. In the 8th, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the 9th inning in the Bronx, 4-2 Tampa Bay. Leading off, we take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum for his 2-run home run in the first inning. 108.6 off the bat, traveled 397 feet. And that gave the Rays a 2-0 lead. Yankees answered back with 2 runs in the bottom of the inning. both coming on bases loaded walks. But the Rays, they've added single runs in the 5th and the 8th. So you see Rosario is in right field. JT Brubaker on the mound. And Bellinger moves over to the left. Want to look ahead to the bottom of the 9th? Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and McMahon against Fairbanks. Chop foul. Rays have 11 hits, the Yankees with 5. It was the first game of a 4-game set. We told you that Baltimore has beaten Toronto 11-4. So an opportunity to gain some ground. Another game of interest. Boston and Minnesota 3-3 bottom of the 7th inning at Target Field. And Boston breathing down the neck of the Yankees in the American League East.
You mentioned that the Rays with 11 hits, also 5 walks, 16 base runners, only 4 runs. You know, the Yankees bullpen did a pretty decent job of keeping this game close. The Yankees haven't been able to mount any offense.
Now, games of this sort are rare for the Yankees. They have 25 games with 2 runs or fewer. That's tied with the Dodgers for the fewest in Major League Baseball. But remember, now they're playing without Aaron Judge. That's a lot of firepower to take out of the lineup. Missed outside. Fly ball, left field, backing up Bellinger, makes the play in front of the track. 1 down. There's Josh Lowe. Couple singles, ribby, stolen base. Good night for him. They did strike him out in the 7th. Brubaker has had 5 straight scoreless games, totaling 8 innings, so his ERA has dropped to 3.38. Quite a story. Battling back from injuries. His dad pitched in the Yankee organization. Persevered and has made it back to the big leagues. Lined into left center field. Here comes Bellinger to make the play. Boy, he is something else. Wherever you put him.
I mean, this is really good. A low line drive. You got to get a good jump on this one, and he does. Sells out and makes the play. Another look. Indeed. In the glove. Stays in the glove. I'd say he's a candidate for a gold glove in the utility spot, I would say.
Here's Mangum. Popped up. So good job by Brubaker. McMahon will put it away. And the Rays go down in order. Can the Yankees rally in the bottom of the 9th? They trail by 2. tuned. After the final out for tonight's W.B. Mason Yankees postgame, as Bob Lawrence and Jack Curry will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. It's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So Pete Fairbanks came in to strike out Stanton as the tying run in the 8th inning. I'll try to get the final 3 outs here in the 9th, starting with Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chisholm, a bases-loaded walk and 2 strikeouts. 1-0. Drilled down the right field line, but hooks foul into the second one.
That's quick. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Jazz is all over it.
Two and one. Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and McMahon. Drops a slider in there, 2-2. Chisholm steps out. Bottom of the 9th inning, Yankees down by 2. 4-11-0, leading to 5-0. High fly ball. One away. So 1 down, that brings up Goldschmidt 0 for 3 tonight. Want to know, they need a runner on to bring in the tying run. Waved at that one. 1-1. The fastball slider combo is pretty good. His fastball gets up to 98, and then he drops that on you. One and 2.
And that's why you hear Fairbanks' name as being coveted by a lot of teams if the Rays decide to sell. A lot of teams would be interested in him in the back end of their bullpen. Stuff has always been good.
Chop up the middle. Walls makes the play to get Goldschmidt. The Yankees are down to their final out.
We've seen Walls flash the leather in his range tonight. He's had an impact on the game with his glove.
So here's Ryan McMahon with 2 outs in the 9th. And a strike. McMahon an RBI when he walked with the bases loaded in the 1st, struck out and grounded to 3rd. 38th ribby of the year. And he keeps the game alive with a stinging single to right field. Lowe gets the ball in. McMahon with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Wells as the tying run.
Down and in, smokes it. Yankees have 6 hits, all singles so far. And McMahon gives the Yankees a chance, and on the super shot, barreled up for a line drive knock.
Wells 0 for 3 tonight. 1-0. Yankees looking for that jolt. They're not holding McMahon at first. He takes off. There's a strike. No throw, so defensive indifference allows McMahon to go to second. Ben Rice comes out on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Volpe if Wells gets on. Grounded foul, and they're down to their final strike. Runner at second, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. That one is ripped into right center. DeLuca on the run, and he makes the play to end the game, taking an extra base hit away from Wells as the Yankees lose this one 4-2 to start this 4-game set.
A heck of a running grab by DeLuca. Another look as Wells smokes it in the gap. And you see DeLuca on his horse and outruns it. Well done by DeLuca. Disappointing loss for the Yankees as they managed just 6 singles on the night with 2 walks.
And DeLuca pinch hit for Simpson in the 8th and took over for the weaker defender. Simpson does not make that play, and the Yankees are still alive. But DeLuca did. Fairbanks gets the save, and the Yankees miss an opportunity to gain a game on the first place Toronto Blue Jays. We'll come back with awards in the postgame.